pasó?
What's up?
What has happened? You've been gone.
Where's the introduction?
What is going on, everybody? It's...
Jary and Alex here.
Yes. Who is Jary?
Me.
What happened?
What happened to you?
I was trying.
No, you weren't.
What happened, guys? We're in a new setup.
Yes.
Did you miss us? I don't think anybody cared.
Nope.
But you will soon care. First of all, I need to fix the lighting. It really annoys me, but it's okay. You like this green here. You see you have TV. She's laughing. It's me over there. Mm-hmm. Follow us at the Beyond Average show up there. You see, it's nice. Mm-hmm. And subscribe here too. Mm-hmm. And so what have we been up to? Tell the people of the universe.
So we went missing in action because a lot of stuff.
That's what happened.
Yeah, we went to sleep. Mm-hmm. All the crickets were
And now it's time for some... All right. So, yes.
So, yeah, so we obviously, well, not obviously, but we moved, hence the new setup.
It's been a long year, huh?
We bought a house.
We did.
From an apartment. We went to the house. We were in Greece for 3 weeks.
If we did, you can too.
Alex was working the whole summer, and I started a new job on top of having kids, being family oriented. So,
well, first of all, let us know if you like that new setup.
Yes.
Do you?
It's beautiful.
Do you like the setup?
Everybody that comes in here loves the setup. Great. And it's a lot of money.
Do you do you know what's the worst part?
What?
That I keep working in here, and I'm not even halfway done. So I don't know how much time
I'm scared.
I have to invest.
I'm scared.
And I have another issue. Many of you maybe are gonna resonate with this, but I ran out of space very fast as well. Do you run out of space? Let me turn my phone. By the way, pro tip: you can put your how you call this? Your vision board or your dream board as a background on your phone. I'm not gonna. You guys maybe zoom in. Don't see my dreams. Create your dreams. But yeah. So we hope you like the setup. It's a little bit different than the previous one. And yeah, we just came here to say hi.
Yes.
We came here to update you, and we missed you.
Yeah.
And now we're serious about it. Mm-hmm. And we made the monetary investment. Now we have to make the time investment.
Yeah.
Note to self.
Yeah.
All right. So how about we tell them about our journey buying the house?
Okay. Sounds good.
I wish we had some tequila, but I have to work later. So.
What the heck?
All right.
Yep.
So tell us, what did you learn from this journey?
So I learned that buying a house takes a lot of work. And me and Alex, we actually were very fortunate.
Cheers to you.
That it didn't take like over a year like it sometimes does for people. So yeah, I learned that it takes a lot of work. You have to be prepared. Are you going to take this serious, or are you going to keep playing over there? I don't understand.
I'm just excited. We're back. I cannot believe, like, I had dreams about coming back.
Well, we're back, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Now we just have to stay here.
It's unbelievable.
You got to keep it going.
I know. It's great. So, okay. Man. A long time has passed. And so what do you say about the house? I'm sorry. You said that?
I said, so I learned that it takes a lot. You have to prepare for it. And you have to kind of align your cards right, which I know that even before I started planning my cards right, you were already working on it, like making sure you had a steady income, making sure your credit was good. So you were definitely way ahead of the game before I got there. But it takes a lot.
Well, all right. So here's the thing. And tell me what you think about this, because sometimes we have meetings about this, but let's have a real time meeting. We made this so we can have a real discussion, all right? So here is the thing. First of all, the sound is so much better. Can you see how like nice it is? Yeah. I hope you guys can tell too. So here's the discussion, all right? You might not want to buy a house tomorrow. You might not want to buy a house ever. But what if you can do a few things to prepare yourself for the case, and I mean, here is a bigger problem in this situation is that when you want something, you want it right now, and if something's down the line, especially if it's far down the line, you're like, damn, why would I invest in this, or why would I do this or that, So we're good at projecting things a little bit in the future, but not too far,
Mm-hmm.
So let's walk them through. So first of all, let's tell them a story. How did we find this house? That we have to tour them in, first of all. They haven't even seen the house.
Yeah, we can put some pictures up when we post this.
All right. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So first of all, how come we decided to buy a house? Let's start from there.
So we went through our options on if a house was really the best fit for us, if we wanted to rent an apartment, or if we wanted to rent a house, or if we wanted to go for a house.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, we were like, no, we didn't want to go for the house because it was very time consuming and we felt like we weren't just there yet at that point of our lives. But so we worked with a broker. He showed us houses that we can rent. We also explored apartments on our own that we can rent. And
okay, okay, that's good. So tell them about our apartment hunting stories.
so there's waiting list. First of all, we needed a 3-bedroom.
Keep talking. I'm just gonna put it towards you a little bit more. Yeah, keep saying.
We needed a
Speak close to the mic.
We needed a 3-bedroom, and there was a waiting list for that. And rent is really hard. It's really high. We're saying around like 3,200 around the area that we want it to be in. And then we explored some house, and we really prayed about renting a house and stuff, just because again we didn't feel like we were ready for that purchase of a house of our own and all that stuff because of time and all that stuff. So, but then we had somebody, speak a word of wisdom to us, and really said that, if we're already going to be putting that money into renting an apartment, that we can definitely make something happen with owning our own house and make a better financial decision for the long term with, putting our money into something that we own and then hopefully selling it later down the line if we ever want to move and buy a bigger spot. So we worked with a broker. We saw this house was our second, third house that we seen. And honestly,
what day was it?
It was on Easter. We ended up getting a call,
American Easter.
and we watched our online church thing, and then we got the call to go out. We went out, and Alex fell in love with the numbers. He fell in love with this house way more than me because it's nice, and he loved the price, and it was perfect for what we can realistically afford right now.
Well, we can tell them about the numbers. That's my channel is all about financials, so we can tell them a little bit more. All right. So, how much we bought this house for?
So it was listed at $399. We put an offer in for $440. It was accepted.
Yeah, okay. So now here's the thing. Usually, in a perfect world or in an economy that's not a mess, you would wanna shoot under the asking price. So you could put an offer in for $380 if it was this under. This was listed for $399. So that is not the case during the coronavirus era, especially, and that is not the case if you want to get your buyer's attention. And there is many schools of thought, but the thing is that if you want to buy a house and you want your offer to get accepted, and it's your house, not an investment, because if you want to invest in rental properties, you can put 1,000 offers to 1,000 places and lowball each and every one, and then maybe somebody gets back to you. But when there is this concept of time that we had a lease to renew for our rental, and then on top of that, you like the house, you like, you see potential in there, you see maybe you can add an extension or whatever you see, you really like it, overshooting it and securing the deal is better, right? And then if the market keeps going this way, the market is going to catch up to the house. So if the house which the house, by the way, was appraised for this amount, was appraised for $440, because if the bank want to appraise it for this amount, then you have to come with a difference out of pocket. What I mean is, if the bank thought this house is a 399 house, and then it actually was if the bank thought that this is a 399 house and we bought it for 440, then we would have to come up with a difference, which is $40,000
right
to buy this. But the bank or whoever appraised it thought that this is worth of 440. So this is 40 grand over 30 years. Now, this is on your down payment. What is the difference? Like $400,000. We put down 5%. So 5% of that, it is 440, 22,000, right? I'm not gonna put you on the spot
yeah
with your
please
math.
don't.
So 22,000 we put as a down payment, and the closing costs were, do you know?
I thought you were gonna put me on the spot.
I don't even remember, that's why. The closing costs were, I think, around 9,000, 10,000. So if you want to buy something around 440, you have to know and you want to put 5% down, you need around 22 plus 10, $32,000, just so you guys know. The closing costs are money down the drain. You pay for insurance and this and that, but it's a necessary thing. And if you shop around, maybe you can find people that they can do the closing costs cheaper than you. But you know, there is clearing companies that they check if the title is clear. Like, this money goes to people that they do the job, and if they do the job right, it's worth spending it. Like, and there is no way around it anyway. You just have to choose, or whoever is your broker and whoever deals with that, you have to make sure that they are good at what they do. So yeah, closing cost is another part. All right. And what is our monthly payment?
Now, $2,400.
All right, which is cheaper than
the 3,200 that we were originally looking at for
like
apartments.
a month. And you build equity in the house.
Yeah.
You have your own house, and every month you build equity.
Yeah.
And what we're planning to do on top of that, do you want to tell them, since I walk you through?
About which part?
About what we're planning to do next year.
If
the market keeps going this way.
So we have a lot of land around this house, so we want to build an extension to add more bedrooms, one more bathroom. Yeah.
If you guys are interested in that, there is a loan called the 203K loan that the government or whoever, I don't know if it's an FHA approved loan, I don't know. I have to look into it, but the government will give you money to do something to your primary residency. Anything that has to do with it, like with construction around it or in it or next to it or blah, blah, blah. So it's pretty much free money. You can get this with 3%. It's great. Yeah. And no, but I wasn't talking about this. I was talking about the I was talking about the refi.
Oh, to refinance?
Yeah. So there is this beautiful thing in this country, which I love, and it's called the refinance. And if you want to build equity in the house, just skip this part altogether. Like, if you are somebody that likes to build equity and have wealth in the form of properties, then you don't have to refinance. You can keep paying off your mortgage up until the day you die, and hopefully pay them all off. I don't know how these people think, but there is people that they do that. Anyway, so what does a refinance do? Do you remember how kind of works or no?
You explain, please. This is your area.
All right. All right. You'll show them some pictures of the decorations of the house.
Exactly.
All right. Very good.
I can do this part.
So, refinancing the house. All right. So when you buy a house, right, and then you start paying the bank every month asks for some principal and for some interest. And the interests are on like low, very low. Like, I think we lock this in at 3% for 30 years. So what happens is that every month, like I said, you pay principal and you pay some interest, and the bulk of the interest is being paid off the first few years. You know, they try to get, like, so for example, out of this 2,400 we pay every month, most of it is interest, because the bank is smart. The bank says these guys are going to pay off the interest first, and then let them deal with the equity of the house so they can start building equity. And this is beneficial for them. They minimize the risk. Now, the thing is that this is a beautiful thing about real estate, all right? You got to realize real estate has a lot going for it. First of all, the market goes up pretty much always, except 2008. Like, there is some exceptions, but the market of the real estate, because it's finite, there is a certain amount of land, goes up. So you buy a house for 440, next year might be worth 460, 450, for something. Another thing that you have going for it in this situation right now is that the interest rates are low. So if you can get a new loan to pay off your old loan with a lower interest rate, then you save some money there too. So if next year the market keeps going this way and the interest rates are low, you are able to cash out, refinance an amount out of your house and pull the equity out and start with a new loan. This way, you have a free house. You get it? Because the amount of money you used for your down payment, now it's going to come out, and then you have a new loan, and then you have 30 more years to pay it off, of course. But at least you live in a free house, and your mortgage payment is about the same. It might be a little bit higher, depends. But if you want to pull like 50, 60K out, that's not a big deal. If you guys want me to walk you through this a little bit more, because it's a little bit complicated and I don't want to fry your brain, I can make a video separately. So let me know down in the comments. This is interesting though.
Yep.
It's like if a good YouTube video would be how to buy your house for free. And then you walk them through this, and millions of views if you're somebody that has a big following and hasn't been absent for months. So yeah, that's what's up. So what do you like about owning your own house, since you're a homeowner now, and what you don't like?
I like the privacy. I like the quietness. I like being able to change a light fixture and not have to get permission or answer to anybody. I like that I can do whatever I want. I don't like so far the maintenance that probably we have to always do. I was scared because it was a little wet in the ceiling in the kitchen, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if we already have a plumbing problem, that's coming out of our pocket.
Things happen, of course.
Water bill, can't use too much water or else you get a warning.
Which it's just that's town rules, I guess.
Small stuff, that you have to ask yourself, if you're ready for that responsibility, making sure that the landscaping is good. And if you want that, if you're okay with that, then obviously, buying your own home is definitely for you. If you don't want to take care of any of that stuff, then definitely getting an apartment is more for you, I feel like.
Yeah, or if you move around a lot. There is people that, they like to not be tied down.
Yeah. It's
just giving general advice. It's really hard. Because advice is not good advice if you don't factor in what you want to do in life, you cannot say, oh, buy a house is the best thing you can do. Some people, they just don't want to get tied down. Some people, they value savings more than putting it in a house, Anyway, but it's a good, you should definitely, me as an immigrant here, I can tell you for a fact that you should take advantage of this 3.5% if you get an FHA loan, or 5% down. It's a tiny payment, you get a great price. It's a tiny price you put as a down payment to get a house. You should take advantage. You need to live somewhere, So if you need to live somewhere and you have a stash,
or even if you can't afford it, I know here in Massachusetts they have a program called the First Time Home Loan program, and they kind of help low income people with a down payment, and also I guess reduce the cost of a home somehow. I think you have to take a class. You can find it on mass.gov. I know that because I started searching for one of my clients that I have.
You should have told me this. You didn't share this with me.
Okay. But yeah, there are ways. You just got to find them.
Yeah. And you have to plan ahead for it. Let's talk about credit. So there is this process called underwriting when you go to your loan thingy, to your mortgage broker or to your bank, and they're gonna underwrite you. And what they're looking for: stable income, good credit, That's pretty much it. Stable income and good credit, and of course you have to have a social security number.
Also, I couldn't be like the one to buy this house because of my student loans.
Ooh, it's a big one. Yeah, it sucks.
So everything was under Alex.
Here is like you have to realize now. I don't like. I know me and you have different opinions when it comes to this, but here is the thing. This place will give you money to go to school without asking any question. Oh, you're gonna go to school here, 4%, 5% a year, and get as much as you need for years, and they will not give you money to buy a house if you don't have an income. You know, and. Yeah, it's the truth. And it's the truth. You know why? Because student loans are, if down the line, if you don't pay them off, they might be forgiven to you, not be passed on to somebody. All right?
We're not going to go down that ballpark
I know,
of student loans and this debate right now. This is about buying a house.
I know, but like I have, like, how can you give advice to somebody that's fresh out of college, has student loans, and they cannot buy a house? Like, what would you tell them? It's sad. Because then, here is what you can do. Like, what you can do if you're out of college, like if you're like in her situation and you have student loans, you can put 20% down. And maybe there is programs out there that they might be able to help. So I don't want to make this definite, but I'm telling you like as a general idea. And please let us know down in the comments if you guys know any way around it. But if you're like, you need to have some income to be able to buy a house, and the money, the money is that the bank is willing to give you is dependent on how much money you make a year, so they know that you can comfortably pay your mortgage.
What? I can't read your brain.
No, just checking if you're listening to me. So yeah, it's sad, but if you guys go to college, you should try and start saving, play your credit game right, and maybe here is a way around it. If you go to college and you make it worth it, and you get a good paying job, then you'll have enough income to pay your student loans, and they're willing to give you the money.
The thing is that people usually start buying houses in their like 30s because they go to school. Mine is a definitely like a not your average situation because I decided to go back to school and get all this student loans.
That's why we call it beyond average.
In my 30s. But usually people by the time they're 30 are kind of like paid their stuff down. That's why, you know, when you go to college, it's around 18, graduate by 22, get your house at 30s, whatever.
That's true. Yeah, if you want to be average, yeah, you can wait till 30. Or you can grind.
The exception.
Like, I don't know. Just grind, do whatever you can do, like get a house, do some Grubhub, do some Uber, I don't know, do like Amazon, do whatever you have to do, but show some income, even if it's tiny. Gather your W-2s. Do not work under the table, please. Not because I want you to pay taxes, but because this income cannot be shown. And if you cannot show it as income, then it's good as nothing.
Right.
So that's another thing. Like, declare your income. Start from a very young age.
Yeah.
You know, and do you know something else? Do you know what gave us a big boost to be able to afford the down payment?
Your work.
And investing in the stock market.
He definitely gets paid way more than me.
You work your way up. She has a degree, I don't, so you know.
Well, I'm getting there slowly.
I don't know if you'll catch up to me.
I don't think I'll ever will because you love money too much, way more than me.
I know, but you have a good heart and you focus on doing people and affecting people and helping people, so God will never let you go without.
That's why he gave me you.
Exactly. So that's the essence of it. That's the essence of business that most people don't get, is adding value to people's lives, and you get that part, and you give regardless. And if you are a giver, you receive. So
thank you.
Anytime. So all right, we gave them the gist of it. What else do you want to talk about before and we won't hold them here for an hour.
Yeah,
that's another thing I want to do here. I don't want to be holding people hostage. Not that they will stay. They will just See, woo,
Well, hopefully you're listening to this in a car.
Mr. Beast sold 3,000 cars in 1 second and gave away $1 million. How do you compete with that? You tell me. Anyway, let's tell them we have a new acquisition in the house. What is it? That's not from Starbucks. The cup is from Starbucks, but the coffee is from.
All right, Nespresso machine.
Nespresso, yeah. Nespresso. They make great coffee. It's like $200 for the coffee machine, and the pods are pretty expensive, but yummy.
Yeah.
Good coffee. Save money on coffee, and that's it.
So yeah.
So okay, before we close this loosey goosey video, do you wanna tell them? Are we gonna have any structure?
Yeah. So.
Because she's the most structured one of the two.
Well, first, I want to say that I'm happy that we're back, and I know that we're gonna bring some more podcasts out that's gonna be valuable to other people's lives. So we're excited about that. I think we're back.
Where is this one?
Ever.
I think it's the yellow one. All right.
And I just feel like we're in a better place that, I know both of us have grown from the last place that we are.
Yep.
Like, we're in our own house. And for me, that's like a dream come true, because
For both of us.
I was, at one point a single mom in, low income apartments and all that stuff. And I never thought that I would own my house. I thought that I would. I had faith for it one day, but I never truly knew how it was going to happen. And look at where I'm at, and I feel like so much better these last couple weeks within our marriage, going through some stuff within graduating school, with getting a new job, being in a different place, business moves that Alex is making. So I'm just excited for what's to come.
Although getting house doesn't mean that it's gonna solve your problem. It's just gonna add more stress, maybe.
But it's a different level.
Yeah,
of your life.
It's the problems that they come with the growth, that they never go away. But yeah, I mean,
my point and my comment in saying that was just to say that if you feel like you're stuck in a certain category, like never being able to own something, get that out of your mind, because you don't know how God will bless you if you put your part in and believe in him and doing his part. He'll use ways and make ways for it to happen for you. And that's my only comment in saying this. You might never want a house, but just don't stop believing in what you want and what you think can't happen for you, because it surely can. It surely can.
I was telling you the other day about a quote about I think a book, or what was it? I forgot where I got it from. And I asked you, what do you think is the most expensive real estate in the world? You remember what I told you?
No.
The most real estate in the world is what goes on between your 2 ears right here. If you change this, nothing can stop you. Nobody can take this away from you. And I cannot stress enough how important that is. And it's hard. And the worst part, it's hard, and you cannot really ask somebody for help, because you have to do your work and change your thoughts and the negative thoughts. And I'll never be able to get this. You change your mindset, good things happen slowly, and then you build the trust, and then you build the self-confidence. But you have to work on that, the way you think. You have to believe you're worthy. And you have to believe you're worthy of a wife, a husband, a house, a car, freedom. I really don't want to make it sound like a promised land video, but it is the truth. It's the truth. If you don't believe it's possible for you, it will never be possible for you.
Yep.
Yes or no?
Yep.
Exactly. So go follow us on social media, and don't do nothing.
Yes.
Because the first video, don't do subscribe, don't do nothing. Just come here, watch this, and leave. And when you come back again, because you get the notification if you click the bell before, not this time. This time, don't do nothing. Okay? Then come and watch it again. Maybe you get some more value next time.
Yes.
And some more Nespresso coffee in a fake Starbucks cup. to fool everybody. So that was fun, huh?
Yeah.
Right. Thank you for watching, and
We'll catch you in the next one.